미안해서 어쩌나?
Okay, and let's do this, folks, because it's now time to start the loser bracket finals here for the T1 Nurtree Gamers Valorant Showdown. And Puckett, I'm looking forward to this one, dude, because I mean, look, it was a foregone conclusion. We were either going to get T1 or TSM in this situation, but to see T1 backs against a wall like this actually excites me. This is going to be a team playing with something to prove here, and both teams actually really just trying to show, like for Immortals, it's about them telling everyone we are a top team in this space. We need to be taken seriously. And for T1, they just want to get that sweet revenge against TSM.
Absolutely. Let's start this one off with Immortals on defense. T1 is going to be attacking, and they're sticking with the same composition that they just ran against TSM. So you're going to see the Omen.
Losing Asuna that quickly actually hurts this team because that is their top fragger. That is someone that they really need to pop off. So early on, Long Tier is really going to struggle for them, but the flash coming in just as I say that. Gangster, though, right on top of Heaven will get stuffed there by Crashies, and Crashies will take control. It's only going to be Kohler here, and Kohler cannot do it. First,
make any decisions. They've got the guns. You want to play at range, expect a push from the defense.
We're getting a little aggro actually inside of the garage, and immediately Asuna and them are going to pry that Spectre away from the hands of T1. What a great start. A 3-person commit down to the garage just to try and see if they could yank something away from them. That's actually going to prompt a lot of activity over toward that A site, and they are flooding it currently. AZK is going to be up on top of Heaven here. He has that Phantom. It was a big investment in the beginning, and he ends up losing it. But thankfully, Crashies was there to pick up the slack, gets himself 3. There goes the push, and the one-way place there for the Cyber Cage actually won't really stop them all that much, and they will take the B site. Now it's up to the retake here, Puckett, for Immortals. They're going to try and fight this way out of it because no one has fallen so far across the board. Just as I say that, Food gets that first pick on Asuna.
Nice job through the wall, but Bjor is there to answer back, and you take a look. Everyone is high ground except for the Phoenix, who's pushing from CT, and he's the one causing problems. Ganks is going to drop Skadoodle, and we'll find AZK as well. So the defense, better weapons here, and they are paying dividends. T1 goes down in round 3, and this is where we can see things start to even out.
Yeah, big round win there.
I was going to say, I was looking at some of the numbers here, and Gangsta had the hot start last game. I mean,
and this will look like some activity over toward that mid site with 2 players working over toward A. They scouted that one out, a quick leap across, and Asuna actually can't get away from that stun, but it's just going to be enough to slow them down, put some presence out there. Meanwhile, on the other side, you have Gangsta make their way into Heaven.
This squad loves to push at about 40 seconds left on the clock, and they were waiting for this moment. Skadoodle working with his raised Brax through the mid. Going to be slowed down a little bit. And their teammates working their way up the A ramp after a nice pick on Kohler. Kills were being traded out, but here comes T1. The Ghost is good at short range. Gangsta drop it. Asuna, though, with the op in the back, gets the first. And defense, well, they've stopped the spike, and we are getting close to the end of this round. 20 seconds left. You got to get the spike down with at least 4 seconds.
Not a lot of time to work with here. Can Bjor be the savior that this team needs? He's done it before. Going to be dealing with a 1v2 now. Plants going down, and Bjor's going to stop it, but just needs to stay alive long enough to hold this one down, and this will be a tied game here. No time to plant, but needs to live, and Bjor clutches it up once again. Let him know. Give him the business. That is actually a tactical crouch, chat.
And with a low buy, this might be the round they just go for the full bull rush up the mid.
Essentially, and look at all that activity there. Asuna is going to stuff Brax down, and now we'll just own this one here again. Asuna actually just owning inside of the rope room. That's number 4. Looking for another. Maybe you want to go boom, goes the dynamite, hit him with a classic. I don't know. The options are unlimited for you. Unfortunately, AZK wanted to not give you the ace there.
A little bit of style. We'll see if it comes back to haunt him. For now, though, Immortals are playing with all kinds of confidence. The race, the solo man show against no guns, and it's him back again. Asuna finds Brax. So already, defense with the man advantage. They've got 4 ultimates to work with. This is going to be tough for T1 to work their way through mid.
slow as they are, you have to make that safe assumption that they are just going to be inside of rope room, and this is where this team, Immortals, begins to prep. They only have 28 seconds remaining to deal with this, and the time is ticking. They just got
all the information in the world with that peek from the Phoenix. Alt Color is going to hold strong, at least for now. They've got him trapped, and the rotation is coming in. Again, it's T1 waiting for these last-second pushes, Golden Boy, and Immortals are just waiting on the other side. They never show their face, and when they do, they're using the ultimates. They're investing safely, never sacrificing their lives. It's just Crashies left, and Crashies, it's going to take a few guns off here, but this is another round in Immortals' favor. They're starting to catch a little bit of momentum, starting to steamroll. Now the rotation. What is the plan from T1? How do they go about the break-in? Expect the breach to open it up, and as I say, AZK, he wanted to posture up. He wanted to get an angle to affect B-Heaven. Instead, he gets hit with the op again. Now Brax, he's going to pop some ultimates here, but he will not be finding any kills. It's just to push the defense back, and now here comes the rocket from Immortals, and this one finds food.
Yep, and he'll be tucked away in the corner, but a nade actually does not get an opportunity to go out right as I say that, because Skadoodle was going to pop up right around the corner. Now, though, as you're going to be split up, the spike is out. You do have, up on top of Heaven, I believe that's Crashies. Yep, Crashies will be holding things off inside of Heaven, and they are going to be able to yank some attention away from everyone else, but the issue is that at that...
And that last round... Good idea by T1. They scared anyone off the B site, but the retake too strong. Now what is the plan? This one, it's just pistols. So don't get too excited about these kills. T1, they're going to try and get at least 1 or 2 guns off, and they are going to still have 3 players to work with.
Darn little shrapnels, man. Every time.
I love them.
Oh, look at Kohler. Look at Kohler. He gets 2. I love that little lineup there, and that is just going to leave Skadoodle with...
So far, will we see AZK open up with the Rolling Thunder? First, they're going to go for the pick top of the A ramp, but smokes are out.
Oh,
now an orbital strike is going to stop that plan.
Yeah, that was a great play there, because now the orbital strike is out, and then they're just going to go ahead and punish him with that flash. So they know exactly where they're going to be tucked away, right at the back of A site. That's going to have to prompt this team to make a change up in their strategy. The orbital strike was there just to kind of push them back. They got the benefit of being able to pick a kill out of that. The run it back gave them so much info. And now they're just going to try it once again. It looked like they were going to drop into sewers, but now they're going to just delay this one. They know they're still going to be there, and there's so much utility that they have to work with. Puckett. Oh, no. JC Stani with 2. Asuna with the nade in the back.
That's staring at 9-2, maybe 10-2, unless you get it going right here.
All right, well, that's a good way to start things off. Ska with a snipe on quickly. Never mind. Scratch that.
Just power through with the rifles.
Exactly. At that point, you just want to end that one. You already got the man advantage. The numbers. Paranoia attempt came through. JC Stani is going to be holding on top here, dealing with 1, but cannot find himself another. Enormous. And Scott just flew in there with the classic and popped him. They're going to be able to win out on this site, get this spike down. They only have 1 person left alive. It's the Phoenix.
If you're looking at the best numbers against TSM on this map, they belong to AZK and Skadoodle. Skadoodle with the op, gets the pick on the race to start it off, then leads with the second pick at short range top B Heaven and a classic. After 3 kills, it leaves just Gangsta alive. And the Phoenix, well, honestly, I don't even think he's looking to win this round. He was on A right here and won't find anyone on site. Good read by Immortals. What is the plan on the retake? That's a good start for Kohler.
Yeah, that really was, because Crashies on the flank could have been real troublesome for them to deal with. Now that that has been handled, they can worry about the task at hand, getting control back into the site. There's still going to be a Paranoia left available for the Omen. Look at Skadoodle, though. Might actually be able to... Oh, gets away with 32 HP. Luckily, has that heal. AZK gets a kill on Bjor. Big one there as we bring in the picture-in-picture perspective of JC Stani inside of the screens here. 2 players are going to be hanging back. It's the Omen and the Rays. Skadoodle, they double peek that one, and Gangsta will get the kill. And that is now going to leave just Brax here. Brax doing Brax things, and we'll be able to win out that round.
And it looks like they know they can lead through Garage. Now, this time around, Food is going to miss the Paranoia, and Brax will not connect on anyone. They got to get it done with the ARs, and that is 2 for Food.
Was a smart off angle there from JC Stani to get them the one kill that they needed, but the issue is that there was no follow-up on top of Heaven when that push came through. Credit goes, though, to the Rocket. Although it didn't get the kill, it did manage to force him away from top Heaven. Look at Gangsta, though. Life is easy when you're a Gangsta, and Gangsta now owning up top here, forcing him out, hanging out further toward that garage. Gangsta looking to see if anyone's going to be going in for the poke here. Drops down. Checking all the angles. It's now just going to be left up to Gangsta. Flashes. One player inside of the garage. Maybe hit him with a little bit of a firewall here. To be able to safely go through it, but crashy.
I believe Skadoodle still has his wall, so he could just wall off this B entrance if they start to push. And up go balls on both sides. They go for the corner box. They've got him trapped in, but Asuna is fighting his way out with the Ghost Spines 2 here.
And in fact, that wall did manage to assist and bring them over it. It was a bit of a Tetris, maybe a little builder. I'm sorry, I don't think we have any Fortnite players playing in this one. So we overall, though, a great push in, and I do love what Asuna is doing here. Right behind, flanking here, going for that big, ambitious play. And now you got Bjor working alongside. Oh, the paranoia, actually. That was a big paranoia. Gangsta couldn't stay alive. Now it's going to come down to Bjor. Bjor, does he win these? Been clutching a pass, and yes, he does. Gobbles up food.
That's going to be his strong suit, but how will he handle the push coming through mid? There's 3 coming his way. Scott's going to distract, and what a pinch coming from the Pistolers.
Yeah, that was a really clever play there. So much value. The 1 for 2. You love to see those happen. But B-site is going to be free. So they marched right on in there. We'll get some assistance. Gangsta will toss this spike down. They have so many guns. They're going to be looking at the right positions there. But just like say that, Brax creeps around the corner. Bjor, he's always there. He's the careful hand that you need in these types of situations.
And I don't know if you saw this, Golden Boy, but they are going back and they're getting the guns from mid. Those 2 kills set up early by Skadoodle. Well, now they're going to be able to put the weaponry to use. I would have loved to see it instead of just the pistols, but now it comes down to the 1 versus 1. Gangsta holds strong again. This time, back.
Every part about going into this half at 7-5 is that you still have that 2-round lead. Anything else, right? They're just inching closer and closer and closer to winning. And in a best of 1, if this was a best of 3 and we started with split, I wouldn't be too concerned. But a best of 1 and we're playing split and they had a decent lead, that is pretty worrisome. Brax is going to have to go huge here inside of the B Heaven area. He does know that some players are actually going to be on the ice, and Brax, he gets those all day. Bjor, again, always reliable. They're just going to back away, trying to run out of this one. And Brax gets the kill with the rocket onto JC Stani, though. Leaving now, Brax. They 1v2. And the last person will be Gangsta. And Gangsta gets that spike, will go right on over to the B site, and they know where he's going to be.
100
they
health,
have the
no
critical
armor
information.
Yeah, he's panned, and here come the grenades. That one going to do massive damage straight into Food, who's going to get the headshot. Great play from T1. Good organization. They saw it coming and executed the retake. Now, looking at that setup, though, I want to give credit to Crashy Cyber Cage. That's what caused the problem.
Just goes to show you how a game of Valorant can swing in a heartbeat. We were having the same exact conversation regarding T1. They were struggling. They desperately needed a win, and they found just that. Now, this time around, it's going to be T1 getting a little aggro at the bottom of a ramp here. Food, he bails on out of there and might actually have given him the juke, forcing Asuna, though, to use that rocket, but they do get control up top, as well as the res. AZK looking to defend this one by himself, and actually he does have the support. I take that back. Has all the support in the world from Food and Scott, who are hanging out by B side or by A side. Excuse me.
And credit to the rotation. T1 jumped on that in a heartbeat. Scott's got to find his second snipe of the round, and this is already 2 ultimates being invested by Immortals so far. Bjor's still up top though, and the round is not over until the Sage is dead. What is he able to do though with you? Eyes on the minimap, you can see they're keeping this Viper, respecting the B site. It's going to be a 3-on-2 after the resurrect. All things are pointing to a 2-on-1. Make it all 5 are still up now.
Also, Sky got that shot while he was cooking, which is just, that was just silliness. the calm composure of Skadoodle. I expect nothing less from a champion of his stature. But now, though, here comes the push as they are just going to make their way in the rotation. Asuna is going to try and catch them off guard here. Bjor, though, still alive. Maybe a hope and a dream, but we'll just really need to hold on to this weapon. Pry away as many guns as you can. Make them spend money in the next round. You have no chance to be able to put this spike down. And the round will go to T1. Immortals still have the lead, but they are hurting financially, and Bjor needs to stay alive for these next few seconds. Should it for Immortals, let them know that you're here for the party. And that said, though, they just continue to do a drop back around, and this is what we saw before, where they were going to look to just utilize, oh my goodness, utilize that slow up top and try and just prevent this push from happening. But it's going to be Bjor who gets himself 2 kills. This is a big round now for this Immortals team. If they can get themselves to 10, still hold on to this lead, perhaps, just maybe, this could be the saving grace that Immortals needed. They will have no man advantage here, though, Puckett. And there goes the Rolling Thunder. This is the part that I'm going to be scared about. The Sheriff waiting for him to push in, Puckett. But they're slowing this down with the Molly. They will be able to get the spike down.
Brax has got to find more, and will he be able to know? We see the op coming out. This is going to be so tough right here. Gangsta, the run it back is over. He's going to be on opposite sides. We're going to see T1 with the retake opportunity, but how do you do it? Here comes the teleport. Kohler's waiting. Insta punish. Now it's easy. 1 player to beat. So much pressure on AZK. There's the first. Now he's got the second, and AZK pulls it off. They had the angles on him, Golden Boy. They had the trade set up, and AZK works his magic.
For really that moment to prove to everyone that this is a squad that belongs here. And I think so far they've certainly given us that, but there's food. Just chomping at Kohler as soon as he pushes in. It's Skadoodle with the quick scope on the op. Oh my goodness gracious.
They got the big boy toys, and Fraud says, we don't love running double ops. We prefer to have the versatility with the rifles. On defense, you can let the snipers rip, and they put 2 to work. Now, here we see some opportunities for the offense to make a little bit of a late round comeback. Big Resurrect on Kohler will make it a 4-4. They've got mid control, and you've pushed them back on both sides. So which site do you want to target? What is the plan? What utility do we have left?
And with Ska being down, real big Opper is out of the equation here, but Crashy's ever the lurker. Has that camera tucked away right by the iron up above, and we'll see them start to creep in slowly but surely. Crashies might be able to kill 1 here, which will be huge. And oh no, kill 1? No, he gets himself 3. Oh my goodness, always check your corners, fam. And that is that. What a
There's no way he
conclusion to
stands
that
under
round.
his camera. No way he stands under his camera, right? Crashies
there's no way.
beats him in and punishes. What a round from the defense again. All hope now lost for Immortals as they're going to have to sit this round out. It's going to be T1 with the round advantage. Double up, 3 Phantoms to work with. You have your full kit going up against half armors, 3 Sheriffs, a Phantom, and a Ghost.
AKA, you hate to see it. With 9-10 right now, I mean, if there's a squad that can make something happen with this, it surely is going to be Immortals. They've been playing some great Valorant so far, but yeah, so is Ska, man. I mean, that off from him has just been true this entire time. It's filthy.
Yeah, game's not done, but this round should be, Golden Boy. They've got him dead to rights, all trapped in the middle. Now the flank is going to get punished, or at least slow down. Gangsta with a nice molly kill here as he takes down AZK. Fireball actually doing something for the Phoenix other than heal. But now it's just the Sheriff. You're surrounded, 2 players down to your left, another one on the flank. And he's going to find himself a weapon. Gangsta, he's had some nice multi-kills. But can he do it in the 1v3 after being tagged up? They know exactly where he's at.
If he is able to win this round, it could be massive for this team. Down to just 1 HP, though. That's it. 1 HP. Has to use that firewall to give himself a little bit more life. 35 seconds remaining. This is critical, and it seems near impossible at this point with 51. All you got to do is cough on him, and he'll be the way of the dodo. Gangsta though, that's 1 kill, now down to 12 HP. Got himself his molly back, which will bring himself. And this is just a good example of the kits, right? The kits that are present in this game. I think
this is
Gangsta should have enough time. Yeah, he should have enough time to get this plant down.
Okay,
gonna be very
he's gonna put it down around the corner as well, so barely gets around the edge, and he's gonna beat Brax on the rotation. I didn't know if he was gonna have it, and this is a big opportunity now for Gangsta. 62 health. That's 2 bullets. You're done. Teleport behind him. Knows he's pinched, and a great cancel as well.
He didn't get any information though. They don't know where Gangsta is right now. I mean, process of elimination. He's not on the site. Maybe he's gonna be playing. Yeah, they know where he's not, which is right next to the bomb site, but here he goes, gets 1 kill. Oh my goodness, this is actually winnable. 32 HP, he's got the run it back. He's got the run it back. He's got a player on his body. He's got a player on his body, but oh no, and it will not happen. Oh, so close. Wait.
So close.
Whew. 0.56.
All right, that was nearly the play of the tournament for me so far. Gangsta almost clutches it, and instead he challenges Brax in the 1 versus 1 instead of just buying a little bit more time. Brax is able to get the body, and T1 remains in control. But Gangsta just showing you he's dangerous. Also, why not play out every round as if it's your last? Great job to stick with it. He earned himself the fireball. He earned himself the ultimate. You can give yourself opportunities even when all odds are against you. But now if you're Immortals, you got an even playing field. Can you win the gun round finally?
All right, well, I was going to say they need to kill these ops early on, but I think Food is having none of those shenanigans there. Bounce back inside of heaven. Look at this though, just a straight push in from Immortals, taking out 2 players from T1, and they're just gonna hightail it right back down to the bottom of the ramp there. Ska will encounter Gangsta here. He continues to push on. He's just 1 kill from a resurrect.
So if he can clear this heaven, he's got a teammate back as well. T1 back to full force. Now the spike's gonna rotate. It's just the Phoenix lurking.
They're gonna run into big kill from Gangsta. Every single moment here for Immortals is going to be critical for them because they had this lead in the half. They lost it, right? Yeah. Obviously, it's a best of 1. You just don't have many options. You've got to make this thing happen. You have to get this round win here. Get the spike down. You have a man advantage, and on top of that, you also have that life lead too. Crashies is going to be very weak, 46 HP. And the difference here is that it's not a Phoenix, it's a Cypher. Cypher can't do anything to bring the HP back up. So they're going to be entering at this one with a deficit. The only thing they have is information from that camera. But Bjor, ever so reliable. JC Stani there is over by A ramp. Now, because I see 2 players up there, I'm expecting we're going to get a Brimstone ult any moment now. Actually, there it is. And Brax is going to have to bail out of that one with just 70 HP. Luckily for him, he's going to have the Rolling Thunder. Brax, AZK, the duo get themselves 2 kills. No resurrect. Those were also big kills, especially on that raise. No showstopper, no instant win button, which means it's going to be that much more difficult for them to do this one here with the way that they have locked down this site.
Nice little Molly and Ice combo, but it's not going to find anybody. Attackers slowly pushing through, and Brax is punishing. Now Skadoodle chiming in with the snipe, and all of a sudden, it's just Bjor left alive. He's going to have his resurrect regardless of what happens at the end of this round, but the question is, what can he get done? Spike in hand. Your plant's worth 300. Doubt you're able to pull it off. You got to get through some tripwires, so might as well just play for this weapon.
That's smart there. Don't give up the gun. Just let them just let them sweat for a little bit, right? Or at the very least, I mean, I would say Immortals more sweating in this situation. But boy, oh boy, what a game this has been thus far. You know, T1 fighting their way back into this one, dealing with the attack first. And we talked about it, Puckett. They got as many attack rounds as they could. And in the defense, you know, the stats don't lie. They did the same thing that Immortals did to them, you know, except 1 less. They got 6 rounds straight that they were able to hold on to and win out on.
4 Phantoms out, full armor, full equipment, and of course the ultimates are going to come into play.
Look at Brax. A ramp by himself, pretty much just. They will have support from the Breach, but nothing really else. And oh no, can't get away from it. Actually, Asuna gets the kill. Big kill there, but AZK's there to trade it out immediately. A-site's going to be up for grabs now, as the retake's going to have to come from T1. It is desperation hour now for this Immortals lineup. AZK, that's going to be his third crash. He doesn't want to be left out of the fun. And only one player left alive. It's JC Stani. All the way in the back by screens, managed to make his way all the way over there. And is by himself. Only one player left alive. It's the rival Cypher, ending the hopes and dreams of Immortals fans, and T1 will get the salty run back against TSM.
What a job by AZK. I was watching him on the minimap, working his magic top of the A ramp, surviving the first fight, trading out that kill when Brax went down to the rocket, and then of course causing problems on the rush. Food with a nice paranoia at the end as well. And T1, everyone was worried. The chat was freaking out at that.